le player tsa Sundowns ke tsona di leng one di thusitseng South Africa because and obviously na for now ho win Pyramids because of Pyramids ba dlala bolo ngoro ba dlala bolo ka tempo.
There's always been international coaches more than local based coaches. It's only now Moloring I feel like Rebona who they are changing the culture, the South African landscape in terms of coaching.
Exo like si rumana sama kolo mejamanal ta kampa direct magic share rumala rumana ko khulisa na mpala mpoko wa kali video ya no offense fi ya kitsamelelo wani kitsamala sana wa lelo la ka maraga so wirana
Sure. What do you think about the Bafana Bafana division that's created by fans?
I want division and the worst part era ke defense Orlando Pirates and Sundowns. You know why? Because I get currently give one like Papela ba choose you. So that then it's a bad spirit to your national team because it doesn't matter Udala Chiefs or Sundowns or Pirate. Udala Bafana Bafana represent South Africa. For example, that's example like a political. Nelson Mandela Alola Partida Loa. Remember he was arrested for 27 years. For that 27 years, no one was Paolo Achogamara prison. They were fighting for what? For freedom as well as a nation. So again, children more Zanzir Sonziri Rebe one thing and then man rebel spirit says one. It's a divider national team because it look Rita I go on a ruin I heard to like this philosophy and Yamzans and then as I saw Orlando Pirate lead player tsa Sundowns ke tsona di leng one di thusitseng South Africa or dear final just that one bolelo gore ko final go rile defense tsa Pirate FM so that's why ba na le motho and remember ba tletse di game tse 10 so mo di game tse 10 tse lo ba tletse ba le one
yeah I get
like ne ba se so ntho tsentse re as Mzansi re be one thing and then re push
support the
national team
as a
nation not as Orlando Pirates
okay and then the new CAF Super Cup what do you think about the new look trophy and specifically coming to Pyramids? Do you think Pyramids can maintain its current form?
Yeah. Remember, Pyramids ke teaming went to basic ball, bomb mo bolo and then Bachere Mayele.
Yeah, Mayele the strike.
Creative.
Top goal scorer
Top
in CAF.
Top goal creative. He was scorer with pala so with stories I actually go first. At least you who want to sing it.
I won't give any criticism to Foster.
No, Maru GC.
So the game, they have a game against a continental game for the Super Cup against Bekani, RS, right?
Yes.
Do you think Pyramids will win the 2 legs and then? Yeah, do you think they will win the 2 legs?
The first leg might end maybe not our. So maybe when I'm doing show more than the second leg because and obviously enough for now who win the Pyramids. Because so Pyramids batala polo more batala bolo ka tempo. Batala bolo ka tempo and then well connected. Maelo Gramotora ngom assista or like ba communicate and then wala bala Pyramid abatale bolo yo ja abanno thoma pimpiri thoma ga working ka first half abanno thoma lu shiana batala bolo ya tempo bathomo go increase speed mo ba bona hore ga tlhoke. So immediately he ba increase speed ba le ba la pile. Understand?
Okay, and then coming to African football, do you think the level of competitiveness has changed over the years? Going back, let's go back from the time what you call Al Ahly would win a lot of CAF trophies to now. Do you think it has changed the level of competitiveness in Africa?
Yeah.
Why?
The level, like, I don't know how to put this, but right now, but creativity, but creative. One sala, I was a tala bolo, like I believe Kale Nobel is like our never saw philosophy of Toma Bologumara or Pastor Mofazi in a special moments. Zanzi from Kale, here not Kale, Chavala. Never thala bolo where as long as bolo lukupi. So no, I think kare aba coaching kiri coaches among Zanzi, kiri coaching like different.
I disagree with you. We've had Ninskin, Sibo, Stoichkov, like Sundowns, the history of Sundowns.
Yes.
So if you look at that, Sundowns has always tried to get the coaches from abroad. Even Pirates in a bit of history. Limucheni, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's a German international.
Can overlap from which period to which period?
Kibulla kana kotsabu Chabala.
Increase it from there.
It's always coaches that have been preferred have always been international coaches more than it has always been international coaches more than local based coaches. It's only now Moloring I feel like Rebona they are changing the culture, the South African landscape in terms of coaching. So there I disagree with you. Any case, going to South African football generally, what do you think about Le Coq Sportif no longer being a sponsor of Bafana Bafana?
I'm happy because of area from Momsen since 2010. So it's Maralona, I think that's no longer my angry. Why it can't work for a couple of like it's a way. Never like I in that years.
Keep away.
60. I don't know actually if you go what spot what
Coca-Cola Coq Sportif.
Yes.
But I feel okay from my side. I think Adidas is more associated with winning.
Also, no sharp improvement is there.
Yeah, and probably they spend more money in terms of investment than La Coq. Just as an example, we would need somebody to clarify why doing a lot of research. But from my side, Adidas comes with a bigger budget to say, okay, Erna Remind will be able to produce this number of kits every game. Okay, Narenta the kit after every 2 days. We don't know the arrangement. Also, the quality of the shirt Adidas is really different from the quality of shirt La Coq Sportif. We would still need to do research, but I think the main thing is Adidas probably pump in more money in terms of marketing the shirt as well than La Coq Sportif would. So them moving from La Coq to Adidas, I think it was more of a business decision to say they are offering more and they used to offer and we still have a good working relationship. It's just that during that period, Bafana was not performing like now.
So we are on okay sharp. It's all about performance. So where I go in overall we are on what continue.
La Coq Sportif.
So I perform right now.
No, as team. Brand.
The brand.
Like a brand, yeah. I feel no, La Coq is not offering as much as Adidas in terms of sponsorship.
Yes.
That's why Bafana is really willing to shift to.
Oh. I thought that like Spotify is a team with.
It's a
I thought it's a team.
label. It's a brand.
Oh.
So yeah. Okay. Do you know Bennett Mquen?
Yeah. Only few times, but I see we money. Like you mentioned that the under, I think under 17.
Yeah.
You mentioned something and you get well like now way like in level and like
Yeah, he's from the DDC.
DDC. Like I never follow it's a ball.
What do you think about him?
He must be given a chance.
Okay.
Like I was one who Mufuki. Like and again when we interview him I have a dream.
Okay.
Or like one day give out to represent Mamelodi Sundowns, so the oversee and then or like achieve the trophy level or like. So now I think Mara Mamelodi Sundowns have the youngsters chance.
Okay, tell me more.
I did.
But you have Kutlwano Babatsenang, they're getting game time. Kutlwano is a youngster. He won the AFCON under 20 with the national team. He does get minutes. Kozai is also a youngster, he gets minutes.
Mamelodi Sundowns try to develop the youngsters. That is saying man more than the youngsters.
Yeah, every team is rebel.
Now
In fact, team
Sheva Orlando Pirates, the youngsters start like it's around their club. Even though they get two. Throughout the whole season, like only two youngsters.
Kibaba beat.
Oh, naman ko radio pani.
Radio pan na how many years?
Radio pani siya, umunya.
Nalpin di radio pan?
Umunya.
O lima nga ba?
Arlo kaya labong ko. Bon, wawali lang ba tuloy lang fana ba tura grade opportunity? Bonang ko. Kamu feel a chance.
No, you.
Another parent mo feel a chance. No.
Let's clarify.
Yeah.
Not give viewers a wrong. Radio Pani is 23 years old. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. Let's be clear. How old in the context of South African football, ne? And in the context the global football. How old is a youngster?
From 17 to 23, maybe. Yeah.
23.
Yeah. 16. From 16 to 23.
16.
Yeah, I think so.
To 23.
Yeah.
Okay, 16 to 23.
Yeah. I think so. Nah.
Okay. First team, he doesn't get regular football.
Mara ukiwa chance. Mukwena no agree chance balen.
Mukwena okay for now.
No, se like agree na.
You can ask kama bena for na ka barkman it's a bit difficult to Arabic Mukwena because I think it can wait.
Mamukwena.
Yeah, but I'm quite sure ka follow DDC kito kono Gonzalo. I get or a young player between
16 and 23.
And 23.
Yeah.
So if Luhur we can have Wamona Kavachalia Udala PSG.
Yeah.
Apparently he's South African born. Okay, not born, so Georgian born, but lineage high from South Africa. There's been a post there who meet. Wapar number 7, go PSG. Only 24.
Sure.
Ne? Do you think I as a youngster, but do you think he would be a good call up considering her Ofeditotwa Kamuharabo youngster Bolaba under 23 for build the national team?
I feel like I chavela question now. Put the question to the number.
Kito wala ko yo.
Put the question to the number.
Okay, Okay, fine.
So I guess we're Carabifig.
Fine. In terms of under 23, my belief is different. Na belief yaka or anyone that's under 21 is a youngster. And let me give you a reason why. It's because if we're level in the global football, in the context of global football, a player who reaches their highest form have 23. And who 23 regarded as a youngster. If you look at heritage yabo Messi, Ronaldo, will always make reference to them because Kibona Babylon the most consistent football players in terms of their whole careers. So
at the end of the day,
so if a player who can win a Ballon d'Or at those ages, regards meets youngster.
why?
If you can win a 23, khala ball. Let's take Mbappe. Mbappe break in 16, 19, between 16 and 19, and then Reziale Liamal break in 16. Reziaruni break in 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 8 years. A player that is professional if it's a youngster.
Okay.
No, that's
why I
try to justify our Sundowns to give it ever again.
No, keep in the context of global football because we can't have two different definitions for one sport.
So Bennett Mukwene no crash chance here.
Man,
Bennett Mukwene no crash chance here. Yo dlala first team.
your Dallas team. That's why I think you
As
as
a
a
culture
team,
Sundowns, you promote the youngsters.
no matter
That's why it's example like a parent. But they see no.
matter why why Ligo Kaizer Chiefs basa promote basa fi Villa Gazi game time because Villa
Villa ka supila stay mutata.
basa kuphila stay.
Bana ma anda kundi bana badala game zo baya.
You need
Bana favoral ka. Bana favoral ka. Le.
Uwile askale
Le badala le barking African
after World Cup.
African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, we win ni abuwa.
That's why people stay there. Because I
No abo okay, no. I predict the Ogra game time.
I want them to 80 something minutes.
Wabona horba keep.
But at least
Sana
20 minutes.
so chips so come to man chips zili
Sana
sanda
10
skibona
minutes.
batswana in terms of abala we player development.
Chips ba
Yeah.
Chips ba.
Awa. Ashiba balunile auto samkelo zwane. Baba luna auto lo bona.
Agar ba hono re sha bar kono ba fa game time mara at least. Reba fe bayo increase from.
Yeah, but I'm saying Sundowns at least baba for Bafana because Bafile
Sundowns
Koza.
since create out of baba ba.
No,
Mas of game time.
Bafile Koza ba mo fa chance. Ugarali minutes. Mabena una lugra di minutes. Kudwano le take lugra di minutes. In its history, retensi lebo kana pesitau
No, I don't current.
is from
Yeah, sure, from development.
is from development there.
Briefly in everybody.
Ubrigili in Kat 21 he was a regular.
Briefly in everybody.
I think Kat 20 he was like full-time regular.
So when would you consider that a youngster?
No, I don't consider. I said my logic, youngster. Anybody who's above 20 is no longer a youngster. Even now, really, I some consider a youngster. And if it was per my definition, given who in football you pick for you play roughly for 15 years. For now, once you break in, ibile ka 20 from 20 over youngster for 1 year, meaning 21 would be the cap. You're a youngster. After 21, you're no longer a youngster. If relay is above 21, he's no longer a youngster. Mbogazi again a youngster. And Mbogazi for 2 years. After move, even if he's in the age of 20, you cannot regard player in more than 3 years of experience in top flight football a youngster.
But they can be nominated under
Category, yeah. You can go. That's what,
Why?
21. From 21 upwards, I was a youngster. Fun.
But why no nominate?
I'm saying from 21 upwards, if they classify as age, I was a youngster.
Why you get the award shop? Look at the award I get by the age mo, but young player of the year.
Yeah, Marangar Babrik 7 category under 21, under 23. But I don't think under 23 hour. Then Rojala Orakamanzo Mandrena, Rena go right through every time on a World Cup. Rega di players 30, 40, 40. Claveres na continuity play.
South African players, they mature in a way.
South African players,
Football wise.
I'm gonna take Tebu Humgwena as a typical breed yeah, South African. Yeah, Mushishi Ublosumile at an older age. That's the problem. I can't make Mushishi as an example.
No, he's most majority of what.
Why do I in school? Because the inception here DDC it changed the landscape of South African football.
South African context.
South African context in nominal DDC.
I don't know South African players, they mature in a general basis before DDC.
27.
So expect our youngster is a Mutara
You expect a youngster if it from 21 going down because South African football football is a short career. You can't call a person 123 youngster. Football is a short career. You can't call 121, 123 a youngster. Or it's a believe you a youngster. Have it by the time about 26. Still motor palago for the big responsibility of her team. They are breeded different. I'm glad. We can different one. Let me tell you, in my history of South African football, I've never seen breeding out on even in Nkota falls under that category. I just feel like we don't give him enough credit. Mara Nkota, Rele, Mbogas are they breeded different. Joe. Those ones that breeded different. They take responsibility.
Oh. So
and then when you have players who can say, I can take responsibility, let me tell you, in the World Cup, these youngsters who can take responsibilities, even those that come from under 23, just 2 of them, 3 of them, push them in. I'm telling you, Rofika College. How do you think we're going to perform for the next AFCON?
Ratsana final. Judging from 10 games to 30 seasons. And already unbeaten games again. More than 20.
25.
You guys?
25.
Wow. So I think Bafana Bafana is the biggest team in the continent right now.
It's the biggest.
Nah, right now, the biggest via performance.
It's the best.
It's the best.
Also, we're gonna take the AFCON. Or we're gonna go to the final.
Yeah, final.
Final. Against?
Yes. Yeah, Morocco. Yes, who Hakim, yeah.
Against Morocco.
Amara, I'm very serious. Like a sugar semi-final at least.
Same.
Yeah, see.
So we're semi-happy. See.
Yeah, Ro.
2 years consecutive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ro, yeah,
No, hopefully the boys are gonna deliver that.
And then if we continue naga good spirit, this single divider, Bafana Bafana.
And what do you think about the performance here, Yamakopa? Do you think he's gonna end back his spot goal on the Pirates? Given that he performed good in the last qualifier.
Yeah, mara not regular, not kgapetsa.
So, in other words, he's not a typical player that the new coach wa Pirate would prefer for a striker.
Yeah, who are the new coach? I think I tlhaloganye Makgopa o tshwana le Hugo Broos.
Okay.
Or maybe Makgopa a dlale the type of football style e nyakang.
So, what do you think Makopa should do? Because he also wants to go to. Remember, Hori, he wants to go to the World Cup, and even if Hugo Bruce trusts in him and says, "Hori, Makopa honoring through Hugo Krugu Wamutzia," but if confidence is high, even too low, he might not make it to the World Cup.
Makgopa must try to connect the team. I le team for a team. Re bolela go training. I get all about when someone matching coach you when I go training, can turn a different maybe go training Makgopa like at the end. But then I told the approve the new coach or guy that.
So, when are you, by the way, you're killing Rwanda, if you look at the game, do you see a difference in terms of how Pirates attacks and how South Africa Bafana Bafana attacks? Is there a difference?
No, I don't see the difference.
So it means typically Makopa can fit Kamara
Can
system
fit,
ya
yeah,
Pirate.
can fit. Mara ho ya ka coach, and I win you. Mara na mole play in the way that na ka bona any difference.
If you were the coach, do you prefer Mabasa to start the game or Makopa to start your game?
Makgopa to start the game and then Mabasa as a super sub.
Mabasa is a super sub.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I know the
Oh, no preferring.
Nah,
Yeah.
I prefer Mabasa. And then typically, I prefer a system alluring you have not a modern striker, but a type of striker who's box orientated. And I feel like Mabasa gives you that. He's a goal poacher by nature. And that's why I feel like even if he has moved teams, Mabasa, but always he's that type of striker who seems to always find the back of the net wherever he goes.
That's why he is a super sub.
Right. So now what I trust me, I can see what Hugo Bruce is doing with Makopa, because if you look at South Africa, Arna striker is tall. So he gives you that physical presence, which is sometimes good in the context of South Africa, because ona le reile ko mkhutswane, ona le ozweni ko mkhutswane, ona le ekbaba khutswane. Yeah. So it's a disadvantage immediately since a North African team idalaka tall guys only. So sometimes that physical presence, Makopa, it balances out to the attack. So in terms of winning the ball, who easy low launcher the ball, especially if you see her game plan game you can just launch the ball, Makopa drop it, then Ozwin le whoever, but like a creativity, but so he for Namakopa he brings a good balance to the attack. Mara is not my preferred. Now my preferred is Mabasa, and then Sundowns my preferred is Peter Shaluli. Because Peter Shaluli, let me tell you why. Peter Shaluli is he gives you both Mabasa and Makopa for now. He has physical presence, and then he's a good press. Mabasa gives you that good press, and then also he's a goal poacher. So the thing I don't think Cardoso understands it. It's always based on the coaches for a level. I don't think Cardoso understands Peter Shaluli. And I feel like with this term, Eloring Yairahal, I feel like Peter should go on loan just to get his confidence back. Because for now you can't bench the the top goal scorer of all time in the PSL. Doesn't make sense because Mutu has the ability to get us goal. Last season, we won most of our games because of Peter would come in as a sub accord. This guy, even if he has something.
My hands are practicing, huh?
When you coach, you can feel the player who say thing. I want to see something.
As a coach.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good player. Why born?
Ah, guidance.
Guidance.
Hey, I put more little team, you know.
Then why do coaches use biasness sometimes?
So another coach really. Yeah. I get into go with the practicing, go training.
Peter. I fit the system but that's why it goes back to in terms of like or dislike it should be put aside. The same way Hugo Akonori ki feel them because of this tactic. I understand or maybe look at those who are filled up but because of the tactic seats. But also have that option or Motu has proven. Mabasa has proven Wakora. You need a typical Mabasa sometimes. One needs this backup or it is not planning. Kitchen shits are too much. Right. That's why sometimes as a coach, allow yourself to be convinced by the OP. I get everything irregular. Sometimes as defense, it's just noise. But sometimes the numbers they prove or mutu. You have a strike of 35 goals if it's a 35 goals per season. Why is that right?
Should not change it.
Oh, shall we not change it?
No,
We
just a car.
trick or bracy, Namibia, have one more Sundowns.
That is really injury. Because last season I think we games about said Galan.
Emon Kadusu since a feature. Agree regular game time, shall we? And shall we lower or every time Mammoth and Zagon and during a Magata Jor. All player about determinant performance, Muswa perform. We the national team Namibia. Each Gaffet and have one Sundowns, but I have as a Sundown support, I have a problem with that. Where you are taking the most prolific striker of all time in the PSL. I have a problem with that. I get don't do that. I'm saying crab balance. Jorulani remove the need. Sundowns they teams would fear Sundowns in a tunneling.
Yeah.
It prepare. It was the most dominant Sundowns I've ever seen of all time. Teams would fear Sundowns. And teams would camp low block deliberate. Press conference game. Never low block. You go so get my banner because my banner is creativity. You want to now a coach has to come up with different ways to attack. Yeah. You have to have different players. No, if you know the teams in the color cora. The teams that counter attack counter attack wasn't down to get to because it's no longer the same. It's no longer the press is no longer the same.
Sundowns in
No, the tactics have changed, and I'm trying to acclimatize or they've changed. But also, our Sundowns, the dominant Sundowns.
Okay, tell me what you say. When Williams fit for World Cup.
Camarada Williams, Joe.
Oh. I
think Ufiti, given he has the leadership qualities. In terms of performance-wise, I feel like the performance has dipped
but I thought man overrated.
Awa.
The man or Costa.
No, chief.
Serious, and Costa again go to la Coral Cup.
No, chief. He might have cost us, but Ntweluru Williams leadership chief. No. Ngile ka bolela mo. And say hi EDP. Ke dumela. But nna ke re mo wena. We need his leadership. He should be there. He should be there. And then the game is anyway. You do. I don't know. By the way, I don't know more football history. Who is in war? I don't know Saba. I don't know Saba goalkeeper.
But I get racing.
Kiri team. They ring. I was happy. Goalkeeper never decided.
Hey, I don't
know.
Aku waste ko.
Waste
This up ta.
Waste this up.
Mara tswana ha na damana yung tshepe. And I get about the Chinese chance. I get about him. The coach is dividing.
What do you like? China overrated.
Ma, China got represent. Maranyo go fit up. Who do go with the Rakinya go get China or even
more leadership Williams. That's why.
Leadership na leo na performance.
Leadership level bench
Hey, okay, bukan memang go Chiefs Peter Singh. Actually, leadership ya we go bench.
What's the
na
we clean sheet no.
Umcheka sa tsena leadership ya hai.
Maruna leadership game.
Motivate the team.
Now, people used to ask for Kanti Pila coach Calvin Johnson or Peterson at some point. So sometimes if I were not really coach more benching.
No, I think coach you act as if captain. It's like being a captain.
Yeah,
motivate the team.
Not the moments.
And again when people know when I gonna hold on to ubeti because kono gonna give. The player. So at least they can go to give and die was what.
Yeah,
because now I want to month.
Yeah, captain. Man, nice to think.
So into Williams Saga here.
I think we need Williams because he brings in a great deal of leadership, a great deal of experience. He's the best. He's still recognized as one of, if not our best goalkeeper of all time. And he knows how to marshal his defense. He knows how to add an extra in terms of build-up play. He brings in a lot. He brings in a lot.
I know we don't go Williams Saga.
I feel Williams brings in an extra number. He can play. Williams can play one ball. He's that good. No. Or the next ball.
Yeah.
But then those are mistakes that don't happen often.
Yeah, it's one thing. But I think in every 3 games, he makes that silly mistake.
And I'm not letting the sounds of Maradi Pala.
I get at the next there is an extra man. Udala is not only as a goalkeeper but then as an extra defender. +1 for build up. It's very normal. We add the extra. Remember, here the build up instead of if you read 4, instead of 5, Kawan as an extra midfielder, then the win back. You are deeper in attack, then Rosala Litreso. Reform Ma'am?
William, you also Marat Pal. Barre, chain or
yeah. Williams.
As a football player, I would think the best person or second chair, that way. Yeah, no, which is much better on the ball. What corner pass or corner trap or corner control as opposed to
Williams.
Williams
will defend that. That's why I want to pass it. I want
Williams will better pass out in a midfield thing if it's about to be 4. One pass
and then the next pass we grab.
It would be argument them papi.
That's why I'm consistent to the game. And I know he's the best we have. That much I'll give you.
Okay, I suppose what
No, he's the best we have.
He's the best we have.
Mara, yeah, no, of course.
He's the best we have. That's why.
Like I would say, exclude or like he getting. I can't fit. Let's talk about performance. Who is the best goalkeeper? Goalkeeper more PSL.
Williams.
Williams. So better if it is a chain.
Yeah. Was it Timber with that?
Yeah. Like
No, isn't go Bafana Bafana.
No, both teams going to Dallas is playing from the bay. So China they know has a lead of Hadala from the bay.
why launcher chief? Why launcher?
Yeah.
He's a good shot stopper.
Sure.
China is a good shot stopper. Pirates
so
producing Pirates and Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs, to be honest, has a good history of producing good shot stoppers.
Okay, let's say the France. So Roro Williams shot yam bhag aga thibatsi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Williams ngila thiba bolo ngwene re dlala Cape Verde. Re dlala Cape Verde mfana la tswile o sa go mfana la nka na tswile 1-1 mona I tshwara be thapala
I get happy.
shot stop ela.
I get happy.
Williams o savile penalty 4.
Wa Chelsea
Re dlala le Cape Verde.
Chelsea file tseke.
Ka last of con re dlala le Cape Verde. Ra jaga penalty. Ransa ke Nigeria.
Yeah, right get penalty.
Actually, penalty 4. He's the first goalkeeper in history to do that. Don't undermine Williams.
Overrated.
His form might be a bit now, but Williams is the best.
Go bench him.
Best.
Vale.
Oh, so guys. Oh. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow our TikTok, Sports Culture, Facebook, Sports Culture. Don't forget to interact with us. Come on, comment section. We love you. We sign out next week, same time, same place. Ulul.